Energy and motivation are something that so many of us women struggle with as we get older. And I want to teach you and share with you how you can get your energy and your motivation back. But first of all, I want to share with you the ways in which we have been told work, but do not work to help us get our energy and motivation back. So some years ago, I spent hundreds and hundreds of hours researching adrenal fatigue because I was absolutely dead exhausted, and I didn't have the energy to get by through the day without taking a really big nap and then just checking out the second my husband got home from work. And I've worked with so many women who are in a similar situation, or maybe not that bad, but don't have the energy to really be living in a motivated and inspired way, like so often falling into the pattern of getting kind of grumpy with the people around them and just not feeling on purpose and not feeling like they've got a clear path ahead of them or even the energy to see what's going on next. So energy and motivation are abundant when we have really vibrant health. What we take for granted when we're young, when we're really young, is the kind of flexibility and ease in our body. And then as we get into our 30s, maybe we have kids, maybe we have a full-time job where we're sitting a lot, maybe we have a lot of stress in our lives, we start to really deplete ourselves, and we deplete ourselves hormonally. One statistic shows that as many as 80% of women have symptoms of adrenal fatigue. And adrenal fatigue is really this name we use for when stress hampers our body. And when we start to feel like we have low energy, or maybe we have energy at the wrong time of the day, our libido, our sex drive goes down. We start to feel foggy and disorganized. We're more emotionally volatile, and we start to recover more slowly from injuries. We feel more achy in our body. We're not sleeping as well. There's like this constellation of symptoms that are just not optimal living. And then the problem that comes next is, well, how do we fix this? And the ways in which we are taught to fix these problems are not ideal. And this is the conclusion that I came to some years ago when I was doing a lot of research into this with my own recovery, but also working as an osteopath, clinically doing hands-on healing, and seeing this such a widespread problem of women coming with really achy joints, tired bodies, tired minds, and just feeling like they weren't living this optimal life, which I truly believe we deserve to be living healthy, fulfilled, and happy lives. So then, what were we being told to do, and what are we still being told to do? Supplements is one route. Many of us go spending thousands of dollars on supplements. And then there's going and getting nutritional support and working with anti-inflammatory foods, which I think is important. It's a cornerstone, eating well to reduce inflammation in the body. But it's not the only thing. It's not enough. The lifestyle stress is such a big piece. But then what do you do for lifestyle stress? Do you go and start an exercise program? And if so, are you doing the right kind of exercise program? Or do you go and see a therapist or a life coach and get the talk therapy, but maybe not the body therapy that you need? Or do you go and get some kind of physical hands-on therapy like chiropractic, physiotherapy, osteopathy, massage to try and move the inflammation? Well, actually, maybe that's not helpful either, because maybe your body can't really tolerate very well a lot of hands-on healing, because if your body is achy, that can provoke a bit of inflammation. Or maybe it's really expensive, because one-on-one healing tends to be expensive. So we have all these options, and on top of that, we're told to lower our stress and live more meaningful, purposeful lives. And it's like, oh my gosh, like there's just so many pieces in the mix to juggle. There's too many pieces, and it is not helpful to have too many pieces. So my name is Lucy Paget, and I have worked for 20 years really, really loving the combination of movement that I've taught and the therapeutic work that I've taught. For many years, I couldn't see the bridge between the two. I taught yoga and I taught qigong and I danced and I did all these other things. and my clinical work, the hands-on healing, was separate. And then I got really ill in my 30s after I'd had my children. And the illness was really, if I'd actually gone down the route of working with a doctor who could have helped me with autoimmune illness, I probably would have gotten a fibromyalgia diagnosis. My thyroid was okay, but my adrenal hormone cortisol was absolutely terrible. My body ached so badly. I was absolutely exhausted. So I had to go through my own recovery process. And then I started to see, for me, how the movement that I had loved doing was actually hurting my body. The therapy that I had loved receiving also hurt my body. And so I had to approach things from a different angle. And years went by and I got better and I sorted myself out. And what I discovered was that there was a way to bring the wisdom of life coaching, the benefits of therapy, and the energy building components of exercise and movement into one holistic program, which could be supported with healthy eating and healthy sleep. So some simple habits that you can bring in that can support the recovery and resiliency program that I have created, and that I can teach you step by step, supporting you and bringing you the power of positive community. Because as we get into more discomfort and lower energy, we start to get isolated. And so we want to really not be isolated. We want to find our people, and you want to find a program that's going to work for you, where you're not driving and spending thousands of dollars, going to all sorts of different places, seeking different resources. This program that I have, the Recovery and Resiliency Program, that uses movement as medicine to support you, brings you the wisdom, again, to explain the wisdom of life coaching, and the power and therapy and science of healing, and the anti-inflammatory benefits of movement. And I'm going to teach you through a 6-week program how to recover and how to be resilient, so that you know when the signs and symptoms pop up that are your warning signs, if they pop up again, what to do about them so you don't get into a negative spiral. And so in this next video that I'm going to share with you, I'm going to share with you one of the most important tips that you can use to get started right now to change how you're feeling. This isn't a long process. The program I have takes 6 weeks, but you're going to start to feel change within the first week. Over and over again over this last year, I've been working with women who send me testimonials almost every day saying, oh my goodness, thank you. I feel so supported. I feel like I can immediately be kinder to myself. I feel like now I have some movements that I can do that I love to do. I'm nicer with my kids and my husband. I have more energy through the day. And I know that that's what all of us want. All of us want to feel better in ourselves. So stay tuned and sign up to the early bird registration. What that does is it gives you access a day before my course goes public to get signed up, because I cannot work with thousands of women. I can only work with small groups of women. And in any one program, I don't like to work with any more than 12 people within a class, because I want to get to know you and I want to have a connection with you so that I can make sure that I can be there both as your guide, but also to give you a little bit of accountability and the support that you need to ensure your success through this program, so that this isn't just another program you sign up for and then it drifts away. So please sign up with your email below so that you can get access a day before the course goes public, and watch out for the next video in this series, in which you're going to be learning one of the most important things that you can be doing for yourself right now. So this is to your recovery and to your resiliency and all the hopefulness that there is in that. And not the kind of hopefulness where it's starting out and then being disappointed, but hopefulness that has a trajectory upwards to more health and to more happiness. Thank you so much for watching. Adios.